Hello, I'm Zachary Van Zant, and this is Guerrilla Wolves News. Our first story today involves politics. The Iowa caucus is a monumental part of the election process. It's what decides which Democratic candidate people will vote for. How is the candidate chosen? Voters are physically split into groups. These groups represent the candidates that are being voted for. The voters in these groups sign their names on a sheet of paper, and the amount of signatures counts as votes. Sounds like a good system, right? Wrong. Why? In 2020, why would we be using a paper system? Luckily, the people running the caucus had the same idea, so they decided to use an app. This would get rid of the complications of the paper system and lower the risk of having the data being tampered with. That is, if the app worked. The app wouldn't release the data, and this caused problems, to say the least. But something interesting about the app is not how it failed, but who created it. The CEO of the company that made the app is a man by the name of Gerard Niemara, and he has an interesting history. Niemara is an alum of the failed campaign of none other than Hillary Clinton. Some conspiracy theorists believe that because of this connection, the app could have been designed to fail. Nevertheless, this complication required the system to be brought back to paper, which is slower and more risky. But the caucus prevailed. The voters have voted. Unfortunately, there's a bottleneck. The data is all on paper, and the amount of hands that these votes have to go through to be published are causing skepticism. This bottleneck is also causing the data to be published very slowly. This combination of issues makes the numbers seem mixed, throwing votes everywhere. Despite the complications, the data points to one leading candidate, Pete Buttigieg. Well, that's all for today. I'm Zachary Van Zant, and this has been Political News.
Hey, Saint. Wait, what? You already know what it is?
Today, we have a new segment for you. It's called Teacher of the Week.
Yes, sir.
Before we get into it, if you have any suggestions for the next Teacher of the Week, please let either me or Bennett know.
All right, let's do it.
The Teacher of the Week is Coach Wilkerson.
You just want some mad bragging rights, my guy.
During class, Coach always gets the lesson across to the students while keeping a calm and chill demeanor, which is difficult when having to teach both 9th and 10th grade.
I can barely deal with my own grade.
Coach teaches Algebra 1 and Geometry, but when he's not on that mathematical grind, he's out on the basketball court, making sure that the team is securing those dubs.
And don't forget his fresh outfits. That vintage SBS jacket could not be more fuego. You'll never catch Coach Wilk slacking.
Congrats on the award, Coach Wilkerson. I would shake your hand right now, but I'm in a TV.
Wait, we are?
Anyways, if y'all have any suggestions for the next Teacher of the Week, please let either me or Bennett know. See ya.
Welcome to Guerrilla Wolves Holiday History. Mardi Gras is a week-long celebration that takes place before the season of Lent, where most Mardi Gras celebrations are pretty big gatherings. But Mardi Gras in New Orleans is quite the spectacle. In Louisiana, the first Mardi Gras was on March 3rd, 1699, when French explorers landed near New Orleans and had a small celebration, and they named their landing place Pointe du Mardi Gras. New Orleans, founded in 1718, continued to hold these celebrations as they continued to grow with street parties, masked balls, and large dinners. These celebrations continued until the Spanish took over New Orleans in 1763 and stopped them, unfortunately. Mardi Gras was not celebrated again in New Orleans until Louisiana became a U.S. state in 1812. In 1827, a group of students wore colorful costumes and danced through the streets of New Orleans. The first appearance of floats in New Orleans Mardi Gras parades came almost 200 years after the start of the tradition. In 1856, a group called the Mystic Crew of Comus was formed, and in 1857, it organized a parade with the first floats, marching bands, and torches. In 1870, the 12th Night Revelers were formed, and they were the first crew to throw things into the crowd. In 1872, the Rex Crew was formed, and they established the colors of purple, green, and gold to honor the Russian Grand Duke Alexis Romanov, who came to the United States. Mardi Gras is also celebrated around the world. In Brazil, they host a week-long celebration they call the Carnival. In Belgium, they have the Carnival of Vinci, and other countries also celebrate, including France, Germany, Colombia, Italy, Russia, Sweden, the Netherlands, and many more. This has been Guerrilla Wolves News. Have a great day, St. Paul.
Welcome to Guerrilla Wolves' new segment, Riddles and Tricks. I'm Kate Eckel, and we went out and tricked some of y'all with some questions. Let's go to Mason Samples and Nick Simpson to see how that went out.
Coach Sears, if you're in a race and you pass second place, what place are you in after? If I'm in a race and I passed second place,
Yeah.
what place am I in?
Mm-hmm.
First.
Wrong. You're in second because you passed second, so you become second.
Whatever.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
If you're in a race and you pass second place, what place are you in?
Second place.
Yeah. If you pass second place in a race, what place are you in?
If you pass second place, you're in second place.
Okay, you're smart. Okay, next one. What does J-O-K-E spell?
Joke?
Okay, what's the white part of an egg called?
Yolk?
No, it's called egg white. Yolk is the center part.
All right, so I got a little riddle for you. So, what is J-O-K-E spell?
Joke.
Okay. Now, what is the white part of an egg called?
Yolk.
So we got the Olfers twins here today. I got a few riddles for both of you, all right? So y'all can both answer this one, okay? So what's 1 plus 1?
2.
2? What's
2.
What's 2 plus 2?
5. 4.
It's 4, bro. All right, what is 4 plus 4?
8.
All right. Name a vegetable.
Broccoli. Pineapple.
Well, that's all we have for you. That was the new segment, Riddles and Tricks.
Welcome to Guerrilla Wolves Military Tech News. First up on our list is the Talos, or Tactical Assault Light Operator Suit. Talos is a new kind of experimental body armor. It weighs 25% less than current vests and is 2.5 times more effective at protecting our soldiers. The material used in the suit is 14 times stronger and 8 times lighter than steel. The secret to those protective properties is a liquid that hardens on impact. The armor certainly protects soldiers from small arm threats better than old tactical vests. However, it's still in experimental stages and won't enter full production until a later date. Next, malware has forced another government agency offline. In North Carolina, Dublin County systems were taken offline by malware. They have not received a ransom demand, nor have they been able to take stock of the damage as of yet. The departments affected include finance, timekeeping, deeds registry, and utility payment services. County spokeswoman Elizabeth Stahl says that the public shouldn't be worried about personal information being compromised. These sort of takedowns have been happening all over the country and in Louisiana, like the recent takedown of the entire LA Office of Motor Vehicles. These attacks show our systems are always vulnerable and we need to be more vigilant in cybersecurity. Last is the new Space Force. The Space Force, a branch of the Air Force, will be opening bases in California and Colorado. The branch will assume the duties currently under the National Reconnaissance Office, or the NRO, which includes the management of spy satellites. For now, business will proceed as usual while the new branch finds its footing. The Space Force's media representatives recently tweeted a photo of the Space Force uniform, confirming that the branch is actively preparing for its first recruits. Applications are not available yet, but interested parties can sign up on the Space Force website to be alerted as new details unfold. This has been Guerrilla Wolves Military Tech News. Have a great day, St. Paul's.
In the year of 2015, the duck known as Marvin went missing from the St. Paul's campus. This left the alumni of St. Paul's in a panic, until it was later revealed that Marvin had been taken home by his owner. Students that took the now defunct Marvinology course disagree with this official statement. But, through years of research, our crack team of Marvinologists have come to a different conclusion. Welcome to Kinda Solved But Not Really Mysteries.
Quack, quack, quack.
Contrary to popular belief, Marvin is more than just another waterfowl. He is in fact one of the most important figures in human history. Marvin was first observed in hieroglyphics, depicting him assisting the Egyptians with the construction of the pyramids. He laid low for thousands of years before becoming a Roman senator. He was later implicated in the assassination of Julius Caesar. This was the last time Marvin was seen for a while, only appearing in a painting in the Sistine Chapel and the theater where Abraham Lincoln was killed. And some sources report that he was seen during the burning of the White House in the War of 1812. He was next seen hundreds of years later at the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, and then again decades later during the Hindenburg crash with a Molotov cocktail in his wing. Appearing again on the jury convicting Tom Robinson, he became appearing more and more in more historical documents. He started to get involved with underground breadcrumb cartels and was even seen with Al Capone. He next turned to politics, becoming one of Richard Nixon's top advisors, and was later seen taking a swim in the pond of a Watergate hotel. He later went into the movie industry, and some sources claim to having seen his reflection in the visor of the Apollo 11 astronauts. After this, he went to St. Paul's, frequenting the pond and becoming a favorite of many students, before disappearing mysteriously in 2015. As we have discussed before, this is not the first time Marvin has disappeared, biding his time. Our top journalists believe that he is still currently active. A white duck was seen at the site of the assassination of Professor Albus Dumbledore. A recent police report on the robbery of a Jimmy John's tuna sandwich from St. Paul's faculty member Jeff Ramone describes the perpetrator as a white duck with extensive knowledge of a St. Paul's campus. We also have images taken of Marvin in the years following his supposed disappearance. We can see him here during the Australian wildfires, here at a Jeb Bush rally, and here